because I'm going to give you everything you need in one place. Section 1. Why health and fitness matters. Let's start with the basics. Why does this even matter? We live in a world where everything is fast. Fast food, fast entertainment, fast lifestyles. But the truth is, our bodies haven't caught up with this pace. Most of us are sitting too much, eating processed foods, and sleeping too little. The result? Low energy, weight gain, stress, weak immune system, and even mental health struggles. Now imagine flipping that around. Imagine waking up energized, confident in your body, and ready to crush your day. That's what fitness and health can do. It's not just physical, it's mental, emotional, and even spiritual. Your body is your vehicle for life. You wouldn't neglect your car's engine and expect it to run forever, right? Same goes for your body. Section 2. The foundation nutrition. Alright, let's talk about food, because here's the truth, you can't out-train a bad diet. 1. The role of macronutrients, protein. Think of protein as the building block for your muscles. Chicken, fish, eggs, beans, lentils, tofu, all amazing sources. Aim for around 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight if you want muscle growth. Carbohydrates. These are your main energy source, but not all carbs are equal. Whole grains, oats, fruits, and vegetables give you sustained energy, while processed sugar gives you quick spikes and crashes. Fats. Don't fear fats. Healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, nuts, and seeds are crucial for hormones, brain health, and energy. 2. Hydration. Most people walk around dehydrated without even realizing it. A simple rule: drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water daily. Dehydration affects your energy, focus, and even fat loss. 3. Micronutrients. Vitamins and minerals are the small hinges that swing big doors. Magnesium, vitamin D, iron, and potassium all impact how your body functions daily. 4. Balanced eating. Think 80-20 rule. 80% whole, unprocessed foods, 20% treats. Because let's be honest, life's too short to never eat pizza or chocolate. Section 3. Exercise and fitness basics. Now let's move into the physical side of fitness. 1. Types of training: cardio, running, cycling, swimming, great for heart health and endurance. Strength training. Lifting weights or bodyweight exercises builds muscle, boosts metabolism, and shapes your body. Flexibility and mobility. Yoga, stretching, dynamic movements, these keep you pain-free and functional. 2. How much should you train? Beginners, 3 to 4 times a week, around 45 to 60 minutes per session. Intermediate to advanced, 4 to 6 times a week, split between strength and cardio. 3. Progressive overload. This is the golden rule of fitness. If you keep lifting the same weights, running the same distance, or doing the same workouts, your body won't change. You must gradually increase the challenge: more reps, more sets, heavier weights, or faster pace. 4. The myth of spot reduction. You can't just do crunches and burn belly fat. Fat loss happens across the whole body when you're in a calorie deficit. So instead of endless AB workouts, focus on a mix of strength training plus cardio plus smart eating. Section 4. Weight loss versus muscle gain. Here's where people get confused. Some want to lose fat, others want to build muscle, and some want both. Weight loss. The golden rule is a calorie deficit. You burn more than you consume. Track your calories, increase activity, and prioritize protein. Muscle gain requires a calorie surplus. You eat slightly more than you burn, combined with progressive strength training. Body recompositing. For beginners, it's possible to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. Focus on high protein, consistent workouts, and patience. Section 5. Sleep and recovery. You can train hard and eat right, but if you're not sleeping, your results will stall. Sleep is where the magic happens. Your body repairs muscle, balances hormones, and resets the brain. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night. Limit screens before bed. Create a sleep routine. And remember, rest days are not lazy days. They're growth days. Muscles don't grow in the gym, they grow when you rest. Section 6. Mental health and stress. Fitness isn't only about muscles, it's also about the mind. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which affects fat storage, sleep, and mood. That's why stress management is just as important as diet and exercise. Practice meditation or deep breathing. Journal or practice gratitude. Take nature walks. Limit toxic social media scrolling. When your mind is healthy, sticking to your fitness routine becomes much easier. Section 7. Supplements. Do you need them? Supplements are the most overhyped part of fitness. Here's the truth. Supplements should supplement, not replace your diet. The only ones that are truly proven and worth considering are protein powder for convenience, creatine for strength and performance, omega-3 if you don't eat fish, vitamin D if you don't get much sunlight. Everything else is optional. Don't get lost in the marketing hype. Section 8. Building sustainable habits. This is the part most people miss. Fitness isn't about doing a 30-day challenge. It's about building habits that stick for life. Start small. Even a 10-minute walk daily is progress. Focus on consistency over intensity. Track your progress journals, apps, or even simple notes. Surround yourself with positive influences from friends, communities, or online groups. Section 9. Motivation versus discipline. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. You won't feel motivated every day, and that's normal. The secret is creating a routine so automatic that you don't have to rely on willpower. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Plan your meals ahead. Set small, achievable goals. Celebrate wins no matter how small. Remember, fitness is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Section 10. The long-term vision. Health and fitness is about longevity. Imagine yourself at 60, 70, or even 80. Do you want to be full of life, traveling, playing with grandkids, and enjoying independence? Or do you want to be tired, limited, and struggling? The choices you make today decide that future. Every workout, every meal, every night of sleep adds up. Section 11. Fuel. The 80-20 nutrition rule. First things first, let's just drop the word diet. The word itself just screams restriction and misery, right? Instead, let's think about fuel. You wouldn't put cheap, dirty gas in a Ferrari, so why are you doing it to your body? The foundation of managing your weight and energy is a concept called energy balance. Calories in versus calories out. But you do not need to count every single calorie to make this work. This brings us to our first pillar, the 80-20 fuel rule. It's dead simple. 80% of the time, you focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods. Think fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Stuff that grows on a farm, not stuff that's made in a factory. Here's an easy win. Fill at least half your plate with non-starchy veggies like broccoli, spinach, and carrots. It's a mindless way to make your meals healthier. These foods are packed with the vitamins and minerals your body is begging for, and they're naturally lower in calories but high in fiber, which keeps you feeling full. Now, let's talk about protein. Protein is your best friend for building and repairing muscle, and for feeling satisfied after a meal. A game changer is to include a source of lean protein with each meal. Chicken, fish, beans, tofu, you name it. This is especially crucial after a workout, where getting 15 to 40 grams of protein can kickstart that muscle repair process. So what about the other 20%? That's for life. That's for the piece of cake at a birthday party, the pizza with friends, the foods you genuinely love that make life enjoyable. This isn't a cheat meal, it's part of the plan. By building this flexibility in, you kill the guilt and the all or nothing mindset that derails so many people. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be consistent. 80% of the time, fuel your body right. 20% of the time, be a human. That's it. That's the entire nutrition plan. Section 12. Movement. The 3+2 method. Pillar number 2 is movement. Most beginners walk into a gym and make one of two mistakes. They only do cardio, or they just wander around aimlessly, hopping from machine to machine with no real plan. Even worse, they go all out 5 or 6 days a week, trying to force results and end up injured or totally exhausted within a month. The solution is what I call the 3+2 method, designed for consistency, not soul-crushing intensity. The 3 stands for 3 strength training sessions per week. That's it. The goal here is to work your major muscle groups using compound exercises. These are the big bang for your buck movements that use multiple muscles at once, like squats, deadlifts, push-ups, and rows. You don't need 100 different exercises. Mastering a few key movements will give you most of your results. Seriously, prioritize great form over heavy weight. That's how you prevent injury and actually make progress. The 2 stands for 2 longer low-intensity cardio sessions. Now, this isn't about punishing yourself on a treadmill. It could be a brisk 45-minute walk while listening to a podcast, a bike ride, or a weekend hike. The goal is to hit about 150 minutes of this kind of activity each week, which is backed by the official physical activity guidelines. The point isn't just to burn calories, but to boost your heart health, manage stress, and help you recover. This 3+2 structure prevents overtraining, gives your body time to adapt, and is actually sustainable for a lifetime. You're building a foundation, not trying to win a sprint. And get this, studies show that even 10 minutes of daily exercise can reduce many biomarkers of aging. So find activities you genuinely enjoy, because the best workout plan on earth is the one you actually stick with. Hey, if you're already having some aha moments and seeing how this could actually work for you, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. My whole goal here is to give you clear, actionable advice without the fluff, and we've still got the most overlooked and maybe the most important pillar left to cover. Section 13, recovery, the non-negotiable foundation. This brings us to our third and final pillar, recovery. This is the part everyone loves to ignore, yet it's where all the magic actually happens. Think about it. You don't get stronger in the gym, you get stronger when you rest after the gym. Exercise is the spark for change, but recovery is when your body rebuilds, and that change actually sticks. Skipping out on recovery is the fastest way I know to hit a plateau, get injured, and just completely stall your progress. Your muscles don't grow while you're lifting. They grow while you are resting and repairing. That's why our third pillar is brutally simple. You must prioritize sleep and rest. Your number one goal for recovery is getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. While you're sleeping, your body is hard at work, releasing growth hormone, repairing muscle tissue, and solidifying everything you learned that day. Bad sleep doesn't just make you tired, it tanks your performance, messes with your hunger hormones, making you crave junk food, and makes it way more likely you'll skip your workout. Start thinking of sleep as a non-negotiable appointment you have with yourself every single night. The second part of this is active rest. This means scheduling at least 1 or 2 full rest days per week. Rest doesn't always mean lying on the couch binge watching a new series, though sometimes it can. It just means listening to your body. Maybe it's a light walk, some gentle stretching, or just taking the day completely off. There's a handy guide called the 4 R's of recovery: refuel, rebuild, rehydrate, and rest. But if you only focus on one, make it rest. Don't fall into the trap of thinking more is always better. In fitness, recovery isn't for the weak, it's for the wise. Section 14, the framework in action, your 10-minute health fix. So how does all of this become a 10-minute fix? The 10 minutes isn't the workout or the meal prep. The 10 minutes is the daily mental check-in you do with yourself that takes less time than scrolling Instagram. Here's how it works. Every morning or the night before, take 10 minutes to set yourself up for a win using our 3 pillars. You just ask yourself 3 simple questions. Fuel: how am I going to hit my 80% today? This doesn't have to be some complex meal plan. It could be as simple as deciding to have a protein smoothie for breakfast and packing a healthy lunch. It's about setting 1 or 2 simple intentions, like having healthy snacks ready so you don't make a bad choice when you're starving. Movement: where is my movement coming from today? Look at your schedule. Is it a strength day? A cardio day? Lock it in. Put it in your calendar like a meeting you can't miss. Even if it's just a 30-minute walk on your lunch break, scheduling it makes it real. Recovery: how am I going to protect my sleep tonight? This is all about planning for good rest instead of just hoping it happens. Maybe it means setting an alarm to shut off all screens an hour before bed. Maybe it's cutting off caffeine after 2 p.m. That's the whole thing. 10 minutes of planning. This shifts you from being reactive and overwhelmed to being proactive and in control. This daily 10-minute check-in is the glue that holds this entire framework together and turns these ideas into habits that actually last. Alright, let's tie this all together. This isn't a list of 100 rules you're bound to break. It's just 3 core pillars. First, fuel your body with the 80-20 rule. Eat great food most of the time and enjoy your life without the guilt. Second, move your body with the 3+2 method. Aim for 3 strength sessions and 2 cardio sessions a week. That's the target. Third, make recovery a priority. Get your 7 to 9 hours of sleep and give your body planned rest days. The fix isn't some magic pill. It's the beautiful simplicity simplicity of this system. When you ditch the complexity that sets you up for failure and just focus on these core principles, you build a foundation that can last a lifetime. You finally stop the cycle of starting and stopping and start making real, meaningful progress. It's not about finding more time or more motivation. It's about having a simpler, smarter plan. Now it's your turn. This only works if you take action. Comment below with the one habit from this framework you're gonna start this week. Are you gonna try the 10-minute planning session? Schedule your 3 strength workouts, or set a non-negotiable bedtime. Pick one and commit to it in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications for more no-nonsense guides to build a stronger, healthier life. Check out the next video on your screen for more tips to simplify your fitness. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.